यतेन्द्रिय मनोबुद्धिर मुनिर्मोक्ष परायणः विगत इच्छा भय क्रोधो यह सदा मुक्त एव सः. Hello friends, this is the 28th shlok of the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Yatendriya manobuddhir, which means with controlled senses, mind and intellect, Munir Moksha Parayana, which means a liberated sage who has gone beyond Vigat Ichha Bhai Krodho Yah, which means turns away from desire, fear, anger, Sada Mukta Eva Sah, which means he remains always free. So, in the previous shlok, Shri Krishna described the process of the controlling of the incoming and outgoing breath as a way in which a person can attain a disciplined mind. Now, over here, Shri Krishna describes further that what is the result that comes from following that process. And he says that by doing that, that is basically controlling the breath, wise person controls his senses, mind, and intellect, and by doing this, he gets liberated and he turns away from desire, fear, and anger, and always remains free from these. So, in our daily life, when we are experiencing all the external senses, then we are always taking that information in, and then make we respond to it. And when we respond to it, there is a very small period of time that is for us in terms of responding to that. And the thing is that whenever we are experiencing those things, there are always emotions that we are feeling. We can feel some sort of attachment to an experience, or we can feel some sort of a repulsion to that experience. So when we feel attachment, we have the desire to experience it more, or get more of it. When we don't like the experience, then we feel anger or fear from that, and we want to get distant from it. And if we are not able to control that experience, then we feel anger towards it. And so all these kind of emotions we are feeling towards the experiences that are coming in front of us. Now, the thing is that if we are not in control of our senses, mind, and intellect, then we might respond in an incorrect manner to those external senses, and we might perform an unwise thing in that situation. Let's say we see very tasty food, and we have decided that we don't want to eat that food, but the desire comes inside us to really eat that tasty food, but that can have a bad consequences on our health. So we have this option of controlling our thing, or we might just give in to that desire and eat it. Similarly, we might see something wrong happening, and we might feel that, oh, we are not in control of something, so we might feel anger, or we might feel fear from something. Well, we should not really be feeling fear from it. So in those situations, what happens is that we get drawn by our emotions, and we might end up doing a wrong thing. So what is needed actually is the use of our own wisdom to act in the right manner towards the external stimulus. And to do that, we need to have a controlled mind. And that controlled mind can be attained by the technique that Sri Krishna presented in the previous shlok. That is to remove that stimulus for some time, control your breathing, and focus between your eyes. And when you can do that, then your mind will get controlled, and then those emotions will go away. And many a times say such a thing happens in our life, that we got flown away in our emotions, and we perform something that later on we feel bad about. We say that, oh, why did we do that? So in order to avoid doing such things, it is important that we are in control of our own actions, and that control can be obtained by the technique that Sri Krishna described. So that is what Sri Krishna is telling over here in this shlok, that by controlling the breath, by focusing between our two eyes, in our forehead, and By cutting off from those external senses and staying in our own core, we can control our sense, mind, and intellect. And by doing that, we become liberated. We are not really controlled by our emotions. Instead, we are in control of our emotions. And so we can remove desire, we can remove fear, we can remove anger. And this way, we can remain free. So that is what the message of this shlok is. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.